What's up? What's up? What's up? Louthewritersports back with you once again. How everybody doing after tonight? Hope everybody's staying safe and good. And taking care of themselves. So I want to talk about something. Is Kevin Durant the new villain of the NBA because he joined Kyrie Irving and James Harden and Blake Griffin to form a super team to take down another villain, LeBron James? I'm just asking because he Kevin Durant, who years ago went to Golden State to form a dynamic team with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green, and out those years won 2 championships with the Golden State Warriors. Would have won 3 if he wouldn't got injured. Now he almost seemingly trying to do the same thing in Brooklyn, because this year Brooklyn is the favorite to win the NBA title, and every team in the NBA is trying to scramble to do whatever they can to form a big 3 to try to take down Brooklyn. So now people see Kevin Durant as the villain, as the enemy, and he just wrong for doing what he's trying to do. See, I'm the type of person who don't like super teams. I can't get down with super teams. But if you form a good team, I can get down with that. But if you form a super team, I ain't gonna like that. Like, I'm like, why can't you just try to win championship out the mud? Try to do things the right way. Why you always gotta try to do things the easy way? Like, people ain't gonna expect you to try to win the easy way. They ain't how the world. They ain't how things stop the world built, man. To me, like, players today think if you gonna form a team an easy way, you're gonna easily win an NBA title. That should not be the case. You telling me you can't? You telling me you got to form a super team just to win an NBA title nowadays? You got to do whatever you can just to win a title. Even that means join a teammate you don't like, it basically playing with, somebody you basically will try to take down. Now you just go ahead and form that super team and team up with that guy who's supposed to be your enemy. Now just take down another guy. Everybody else take. It's crazy to me. But what I know, I've never played in the NBA. I don't know how things work in the NBA. Who knows what they be talking about behind the scenes and what they be doing. So now that Kevin Durant did what he did, everybody look at him as the villain, as the bad guy, as weak for doing what he did once again after after leaving Golden State, saying that he wanted to try to prove to everybody he can win championship on his own team. I thought Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving had enough on that Brooklyn Nets team to win the championship. They didn't need James Harden or Blake Griffin. But James Harden forced his way out of Houston, and Portland was looking to add another piece, and that's what they did. Now you got LeBron James fans saying it's not fair, it's not right that the Brooklyn Nets did this. They cheating. If I remember right, wasn't LeBron James trying to get Giannis to come to the Lakers? Wasn't he trying to do that? And that's not cheating. That's not tampering. Like, what about the other time for certain players that try to talk to other teammates to try to get them on team? You can't have it both. You can't have it both ways. LeBron, it's like you can't say it's okay for LeBron James to do it, then get mad and get mad at Kevin Durant saying he ain't supposed to do this. You can't have it both ways. Like, I don't like that KD did it, but he did. I don't like LeBron James did what he did, but he did too. Like, can you blame them both though? If you hearing from the media time and time again, like, is LeBron James gonna ever win a championship? Is Kevin Durant gonna ever win a championship? If you hearing that all the time, wouldn't you be trying to do whatever you can to win that championship? And don't get me started on Stephen A. talking about when Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors, talking about that was the weakest move ever. He only felt that way because he thought that Kevin Durant was blocking LeBron James from getting more championship rings, which the Golden State did kind of block him from getting more championship rings. So if y'all in here and hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and if y'all got any comments, let me know down below what y'all think. Is Kevin Durant the new villain of the NBA now? Or are we just blowing this out of proportion? I don't feel like he's a villain. I just feel like he's doing what all these haters don't want him to do. It's adding guys on the team and pissing people off. It's doing and rubbing it in people's faces. Like, if you adding people to a team and pissing people off, I think he's having fun on making people mad, making the media mad, because the media do nothing but try to tear him down all the time. Try to give him that Barry Bonds treatment. Like, I don't like the fact that Brooklyn formed this team together, but they did it, and you gotta try to beat them now. And you got other NBA teams trying to scramble, trying to add to their team, but they can be able to beat Brooklyn. Like, if Brooklyn don't win this year, that's on them. They the ones feeling the pressure. So they gotta do. So if Brooklyn don't win, they're gonna feel the pressure. But next year they're gonna be favored to win. Like this, like the way Brooklyn set up right now, they can be in the NBA final for the next 3 to 4 years. Who they face in the NBA final? That's up to all these other players. Could it be the Lakers? Could it be the Clippers? Or maybe the Phoenix Suns, because the Phoenix Suns to me is looking like a real good team right now, and nobody paying attention to them. everybody said, don't forget about Utah Jazz. To, to me, nobody respects the Utah Jazz right now. Yeah, they're in first place, but if you're a first place team, you do not go out there and lose to the Golden State Warriors, who are a team who battling for the 8th spot in the playoffs. See, right now nobody respects Utah, and you see why. Everybody think the Utah Jazz is a false narrative. They got the reason they in first place right now because they got easy schedule. And when they do play a good team, they get their head handed to them. So it must be time. So let me go ahead and check and see if I'm on YouTube. Yep. But it's not Kevin Durant's fault that everybody in the NBA wants to come play with him. How is that his fault? Because you got players from the East and West talking about they want to play with Kevin Durant. They don't want to play with LeBron James. Like Kevin Durant, they did nothing wrong. Like I guess people love Kevin Durant way better than LeBron James. Or it may be because of LeBron James' age. Plus, also, it may be because nobody want to play in the LeBron James system. Because if I'm hearing right, when you play with LeBron James, he makes you play in a system with him that benefits him, but not your game. And players don't like it. Like you got these people out here disrespecting Cal Kuzma. To me, I think he's a good player, but he don't get enough shots. He don't get opportunities because of the AD and LeBron James. And the Lakers fans don't give him any type of respect. I don't know why, because Cal Kuzma has sacrificed so much just to keep you Lakers fans happy. But y'all still don't believe in that kid. I'm telling you, put Michael Porter on his own team and watch him blossom. See what happens. So, let's see. So, I think the problem with the Lakers right now, they don't got enough offense. And these role players they got on the team right now is not really helping LeBron James out. Like ever since AD been out, the Lakers been struggling and having to do whatever they can just to win certain games. And it's a possibility AD may be out for another month. If he does come out for the playoffs, I'll be shocked. Like, AD is the future of the Los Angeles Lakers, and you want to try to build a team around Anthony Davis. So LeBron, like I said, LeBron James, 36 years old, he probably not going to retire till he breaks Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, because right now to LeBron it's more about legacy and his stats and his numbers, and it's about winning a championship right now. Yeah, he can go out there and win another championship, but he had to be a fifth one. That's why I don't understand. These players today care more about their stats and they instead of their legacy and winning championship. They care more about their offensive numbers, assists, and rebounds. What happened forming a team together to try to win an NBA title instead of trying to boost your numbers so you can get what more endorphin deals, a bigger contract. I already don't like the rumors I'm hearing that the NBA think about adding a 4-point line to the game. Like, why would you add a 4-point line to the game? It's not built like that. And you got these almost every single player taking 1,000,000 3-point shots. Like, I'm watching the Brooklyn Nets and Boston game the other night, and Boston got 11-point lead on Brooklyn. Next thing you know, they start jacking up 3-point shots that help and start clunking off the ring. They help Brooklyn get back in the game. Next thing you know, Brooklyn goes on a run, and Boston try to fight back, but Brooklyn ended up beating the Boston Celtics out because Boston wasn't thinking right when it came to trying to hold that lead against Brooklyn. So I'm gonna go ahead and see right there. Anybody feel like the Raiders is like New England had a 5-2-point Raiders. Well, today's been a trying time for me. My Louisville Cardinals. Whew, don't give me my Louisville Cardinals got to break down, rebuild once again. If I finish on transfer out, I'm gonna end up being more transfer. Hopefully, Chris Mack can get everything right. Like, people want to get rid of him after 3 years. I don't know why, because they think he's a bad choice for the University of Louisville basketball job. Like, even though you can't fault him for the things that's been going on at the University of Louisville right now. Like the main. What up, Polo, man? I was talking about how people think Kevin Durant's the new villain in the NBA and start rambling off about other things that pissed me off. Right. But Polo, you think Kevin Durant's the villain for doing what he did? Really, what makes him a villain? Because every player want to come play with him, that make him a villain. So because he went to Golden State, that made him a villain because he got on that team with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Like, what is the real reason why people, Polo, the real reason why people are mad that Kevin Durant did that? He doing that Golden State team. He pissed off a lot of people in the media and the LeBron James fans because they thought Kevin Durant was stopping LeBron James winning more titles.
What's up, little man?
What's up?
How you feeling, brother?
I'm still upset about yesterday, so I'm good though.
Oh, what happened, brother? Fill me in on which situation.
Louisville didn't make the tournament.
Oh yeah. Well, uh, the Big Ten is strong right now, and so is the Big 12. And
Man, I don't give a fuck
Gonzaga,
about that.
I could see Gonzaga. Hey, listen, I think the sleeper on that is going to be Baylor. You need to watch out for Baylor, Illinois, and Gonzaga. Those are my picks.
I think it's gonna be better than Florida State in the national championship game.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, man. I hate to say it, Lou, and I hate to be like this, but college basketball this year just really hasn't been the same, especially without the strong forces in the ACC. Especially my squad, Duke. But I
I
guess I'm
think
just being.
COVID. I think COVID kind of ruined everything this year.
Hmm. Sure did.
Well,
But nah.
because to me, if COVID never happened, it'd be like another season, another regular season where Duke and North Carolina like one and two seeds.
Yep, Kentucky, and you gotta remember Kentucky. Kentucky played like ass too.
So you might end up getting a championship game that you thought you never seen in life.
like Lou, who in the hell would have thought Iowa would have been ranked number one at one point?
That's what I'm saying.
The
It's one of those.
Hawkeye. I was like, what? I was like, man, yeah. Look, to answer your question about KD though, which is I don't want to get you off topic and nothing, man. But listen, I a lot of people might not like the fact that Kevin Durant is a villain, But shit, if if you're gonna label him a villain, hey, he gonna play it to the best of his ability possible. Kevin Durant is not gonna sit there and kiss, just like Kyrie. He's not gonna kiss the media behind. He's not gonna, you know, he gonna do what he wants to do pretty much, and not gonna care what anybody say. Now he's a little. Now I will give KD this. You know what I'm saying? In regards to just talk, his personality and stuff. He's hypersensitive. You know what I'm saying? But much like all NBA players, LeBron's hypersensitive. There's a lot of players that are hypersensitive. Michael Jordan was hypersensitive because they understand that what's being said about them. But I think the thing about KD is that he was able to take what LeBron did and transform it and take it to a whole nother level to where, oh snap, oh man, KD, man, he needs to be vilified for that. Listen, LeBron did the same thing. So I love the fact that what KD's doing. Now, do I agree with what he's doing? No, but I still like him as a player. I always thought that he was a way better player than LeBron in terms of his offensive skill and stuff.
I think
But
that's another thing. That's another thing why they see him as the villain because they know that KD is way better skill offensive player than LeBron.
absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
like it's not his fault that every player in the NBA want to come play with KD, but not LeBron.
Yep.
Like who knows how many bridges LeBron James had burnt in his past?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they
That's
see
true.
how LeBron James do things when it comes to business and
Mhm.
the money he had called players to lose just to come play with him. Because plus, when you come play with LeBron James, you playing in a system that don't benefit you. When you come play with KD gonna ease back and let you do you because he don't need the ball that much. And plus, they don't take too many shots just to get his shot just to put up 30 points. And like I said, the only reason people are mad that KD joined Golden State because he blocked LeBron James winning more titles. To me, I don't
I
think
mean,
I don't think
listen, you go ahead. My bad, bro.
I was gonna say, what y'all not gonna be satisfied to LeBron James have at least 10 titles, 10 to 7 titles, surpassing Michael Jordan.
But, but see that right there, man. Listen, I'm gonna hit some key facts right here for everybody. You probably know this, Lou, but people can, like we can't sit up here and be like, okay, 10 titles and he's better than Jordan, right? People, or even 7 titles, he's better than Jordan because for one, he did it. It's not even really about Jordan in my eyes. It's not even about him being better than Jordan. It's just about him, being himself and being who he is, as a player. Now I'm not gonna get on because this ain't about LeBron, but I like the key factor what you talked about just a whole second ago about KD and the fact that he in the system that he's in, other players are willing to, play with him. And not only that, KD is so versatile that he can play on and off the ball. And appearances and final losses, than LeBron. It's Jerry West and Elgin. I think Elgin Baylor, if I'm not mistaken. So like, why I'm not really tripping on the fact that okay, you go there, yeah, you went there, you got final losses on your resume, but let's not compare 1,000 win a percentage, which is Michael Jordan, to LeBron, because to me, you need to put that up against somebody, okay, that's been to the finals and have lost or something like that. Then you have an argument and stuff like that. But that's why I don't even like comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron and stuff like that, because to me it's a no brainer. But people always want to and say, like, we talked about this a long time ago, Lou, about the GOAT thing. Listen, if that's the case, if you're going to talk about the GOAT, it's just like what a couple of other people have been saying. If that's the case, then you got to throw these other guys up in there and stuff. But I'm digressing. But yes, you are right on the money with KD, man. He's being vilified unfairly. Now I'm really worried about KD though. You know why, Lou? Because man, the hamstring, man.
Yeah, it may be more serious than everybody's saying.
I'm worried about him. I'm worried, and AD. Man, you talking about? Oh yeah, another month, man. Lou, what have I been saying? I told you this. I told T Price this. I told every Laker fan this. And I think I even told Ticket too. I said you need to shut him down. Don't even step on that floor. It's not worth the risk, man. But they so worried about LeBron getting the title, LeBron coming out saying he has more, he has more pieces, he has enough pieces to win and stuff like that. Man, what? Come on, man, come on.
I think these next 2 or 3 years there's gonna be a fire sale on super teams.
Yeah, that's real.
Everybody gonna team up to try to beat the Brooklyn Nets.
Uh huh. And see
So they was up at Arden. Remember, they was up at Arden the other day talking about Kawhi need to go to the Lakers to help beat the Brooklyn Nets.
yeah, man. Come on, man. Kawhi need to stay where he at. That's one of the things that I like about Kawhi. He goes and he makes that franchise, better, man. Just stick it out, man. Kawhi, you already got enough respect, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't lose your respect by going over there, man. I hope he doesn't do it.
According to people, they said he lost some respect when he didn't win last year.
Oh my God, he ain't lose no respect from me. Look at if you go back and you look at earlier what was going on in the playoffs, he was carrying a big load between Montrezl Harrell and his situation that was going on, locker room turmoil, PG being subpar some games or whatever. Then that Dallas series took a lot out of him too, because he had to guard multiple people, and on top of that, he was having to keep up with Luka and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then you running into Jamal Murray, who was flourishing and joking at the same time. Come on, man. Like, and
But
PG
Paul, you
being
gotta look at it
suspect.
like this. They got Paul George, so Kawhi wouldn't have to play like that. And Paul George did not do his part.
Exactly.
Because to me, I thought Clipper was okay before they traded for Paul George. Like they had a bench. They had. I think Gillis Alexander would have been a better player than Paul George to me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You right on the money. And I don't think that Paul George he really fit in Doc's system anyways. And then on top of that, Lou was inconsistent. Lou Williams, he was very inconsistent. You know what I'm saying? He hadn't really been that consistent this year either. So we gotta Lou. That's what I'm saying. That's why I mess with you, man, because you actually put things into context. You can't sit up there and be like, oh yeah, well, I lost respect for Kawhi Leonard. That's the first time that's happened to him. When the other time he done lost? Oh wait, I'm talking about like that. You know that
You never
that
had lost
bad.
like that.
You know he never. You know so yes, he's a leader. If you want to, if they want to put it in the context of okay, him being the leader, because a lot of people don't even feel like he's the leader, believe it or not, because he's not vocal, which is stupid to me. He leads by example.
Like a real leader shows you how to play in the games and stuff like that. A real leader don't gotta like yell at your teammates just to win games. Like right now, Steph Curry is out of character because his team is losing right now. He's on that sideline yelling at teammates.
And you know what, Lou? A lot of people want to get on him about that. I like that though. I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes, sometimes you got to stop. Lou, you play football, man. You know how it is. I know you know, man. You was a lineman
A running back.
or you were running back, man. I'm pretty sure, you probably done got up in your quarterback face or somebody on the sideline, be like, look, man, we playing like trash right now. And sometimes you got to, and I'm pretty sure you wasn't like that all the time. But sometimes you got to get in somebody's face. Now that don't mean you got to be like MJ or nothing like that and sock nobody in the eye or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it takes that type of motivation because he knows what's at stakes. He know he Steph Curry knows that if he loses this season, the media gonna eat him alive, which I think is 50-50. They may eat him alive, they may not. And this it's going to be a complete failure despite what he's accomplished. 3 point.
To me,
Uh,
I think I think Steph Curry can care less about winning another championship because I see how happy he is with his wife and kids.
mm-hmm.
Like if I had a wife and kids like that, I said I can give a fuck. I can care less about winning a championship. I got everything I need in my life right there.
Right. But do you think that that's a problem? Do you see that
Like
as a
Steph Curry,
problem?
no, I didn't see it the problem. I see it as a guy who's who I've been the peddler for, and somebody who like to win games. It's like right now, Steph Curry. Like only time I seen Steph Curry get mad like that when he got teed up or he didn't get no foul call on him. Like Steph
Right.
Curry, I know Steph Curry wants to win. He wants to
Mm.
like you always heard. You kept on hearing. I know Steph Curry probably hearing this. Like you can't win without Klay Thompson. You can't do this without Klay Thompson. He want to go out there and prove he can do it without Klay Thompson.
Right.
And Klay Thompson is not coming back to next year. And when Klay Thompson do come back and the Golden State Warriors do end up being like a second, a third, or number one seed in the playoff race, then people gonna probably look at Steph Curry really different. Like you can't help Steph Curry cannot help. They call him and Klay Thompson the Splash Brothers.
Yeah.
They
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
well because
They.
you've been called the Splash Brothers. That got you big type of money over the years. and they're gonna probably end up getting you more money after your career's over.
And I give you a better one, L. I give you a better one, Lou. Not only did he, not only did him being called, him and Clay being called the Splash Brothers, get them a lot of money and get them a lot of clout and of course a lot of popularity. Guess what else it gave them? It gave them a lot of expectations. It gave them a reputation to keep. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's one of you or whether it's two of you. So he has a reputation to uphold. So they see you as a splash brother. They see you as the marksman. They see you as the greatest shooter ever. Well, guess what? Guess what? They're holding you accountable. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind. I don't mind. When Ticket or somebody else, they get on Steph Curry about the way that he's playing, because there's expectations that you have to meet. You can't be up in there laughing and giggling on the sideline when you getting blown out in a game or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you don't have your pieces or not. You wouldn't see Kobe Bryant or God rest his soul doing that. You definitely wouldn't see anybody like Magic or Kareem or anybody, doing anything like that. Any of the greats smiling and giggling or something like that. That's disrespectful to the game. That's disrespectful to all sports. You got to upload a level of integrity, man, when you step on that floor. Now, I like Stephen Curry for the fact that he's a humble individual, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. I go on and on. And him, wife and kids, all that other stuff. But look, sometimes that can be a problem. Man, you got to have tunnel vision right now. Do you want to be known as just a guy that can fail to get it done when your back is against the wall? Or do you want to get? You see, when he did what he did, Lou. Remember when he was having a bad, a rough start of the season, and then what happened? He came with that. He came with that big game. Guess what? Everybody was praising him. Well, hey, wasn't he on Good Morning America? He was on Good Morning America, man. He, I mean, this fool was like headline. I woke up in the morning, man. That's all you see. Steph Curry this, Steph Curry that, or whatever. So people are riding with you.
I think the thing right now, the thing that's getting Steph Curry is Steph Curry trying to prove that I do not need to play with other superstars just to prove that I can win. But right now, it seems like you need other superstars just to help your game out. Cause you playing right now, your Flash brothers after the season with a killer injury. You got another teammate who faking injuries and trying to get his stuff thrown out the game because he don't want to play ball. Because that's why everybody keep calling him the fake $100 million man.
Man, what's your feelings on Draymond, Lou? I never got your feelings on Draymond.
I think he's a guy who thinks he believes that he's Michael Jordan, and he's having a bad season like Jordan. Jordan never had a bad season like that. Jordan, he feel like he's an NBA superstar to me, but he's really not an NBA superstar. How can you be a superstar when you don't average at least 20 points a game, you don't average double figures in rebounds, and basically what you do is basically what you do. When things ain't going your way, you fake an injury, or you probably get yourself thrown out the game because you don't want to play with these guys. When things are going right, you want to run your mouth talking about it. You just like, yeah, like I'm like motherfucker, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel you, man. Hey, you hit it right on the
fucking grind me, grumping me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he just need to shut up, man, and just play.
I'm like, if you're not out there putting up at least 25 to 30 points a game,
Mhm.
shut the fuck up.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, if you ain't out there helping your teammates win, don't run your mouth.
Hmm. You're exactly right, bro. And oh, we gonna have to fight, girl. We gonna have to fight. No, I'm playing with you. She got the Cowboys on. She ready. Uh, um, nah, man. Listen. I I had, believe it or not, Lou. I liked it, Draymond, when he came out of Michigan State,
I
and
didn't.
and he was just playing his role. He was who he was. But then all the antics, uh, you know, him trying to be, uh, you know, an enforcer. Listen, a real enforcer is really gonna live up to that name. The Charles Oakleys, the Rick Mahorns, the even the Ben Wallace's to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, they upheld their name. You know what I'm saying? They was like really an enforcer. Uh, Draymond, he trying to be a a role player, a pretty damn good role player, and he trying to be an enforcer and take that to the third degree. You know what I'm saying? When all you need to do is just play your damn game, man. You know what I'm saying? And just shut up and contribute. Like for all of the antics that Dennis Rodman did, guess what? Dennis Rodman was able to still get 20 rebounds, 18 rebounds, stuff like that, and still contribute to getting that team a win.
He went out there and did his job like he's supposed to.
Right. All it took was, a couple people getting into his ear. Be like, hey, settle down, Dennis. And what did he do? He took care of business. With Draymond, it's like he's a loose cannon. He don't know how to stay focused. Like it's so easy. I would love to talk to Draymond. I mean, in terms of being on the court with him, to talk him out of his game, because it would be so easy. It's so easy to frustrate him.
You remember what KD did to him when they played Brooklyn?
Yeah,
KD was cooking him so bad that he faked an injury so he can get himself out the game.
right. Didn't want to give him that. Didn't want to give him a fake hug, Lou. Man, you better miss me with that. Man, Lou, I bet you'd have been like, man, you better get out of my face. You probably would have mushed him, Lou. You gonna call me a man? You gonna call me a fighting word? I'm not. Look,
I'm the
before
same
we,
person who said when Brooklyn played Golden State, KD's really going to do something to that team, and KD went out there and cooked them too.
hell yeah, that's what he's supposed to do. And shoot, I would, man, a real dude, they've been like, you know what? Nah, before we could be cool again, me and you got to go to the back of the arena. We could put some gloves on. Uh, you know what I'm saying? We could, go to your house, move some furniture. We could go to my house, move some furniture. Go to my backyard. But either way, nah, we got to lay some stuff out on the table before you can even try to come with me with that fake stuff and try to give me a hug and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because not only was the bitch part disrespectful, the 1 foot the 1 foot in and 1 foot out uh, part was disrespectful too. Because KD was all in until you disrespected him like that.
Really, that whole organization disrespecting Kevin Durant.
Man, absolutely, man. Him out here, man, playing because of that. You possibly done messed up this man's career. Because I'm looking at it from a totality. Now he's overcompensating, overcompensating. You can already tell the hamstring. Yeah, man, it's the hamstring on the same leg, right?
No, the opposite leg.
No, opposite leg. Okay, exactly. So now you overcompensating because you know you putting okay while he's up in here having to deal with the leg injury uh on one leg, he's having to put more stress and more strain on the other one.
I tell you this, Polo. If Kevin Durant was still playing for Golden State, they probably forced him to get back on that court.
Yeah, yeah, just so they can. So what's his name? What's the head guy's name? I always forget his name.
Steve
Uh,
Kerr.
nah, not Steve Kerr. The GM. Uh, you know his name, Lou.
I think it's Rob Manfred.
Rob Manfred, and then the press. All them guys, the front office, they just want to make themselves look good. I bet you if Jerry West was still there, he'd be like, "There's no way in hell I'm messing with that product right there." And I think that's one of the reasons. I think shit, Jerry West, he wouldn't mind. He wouldn't mind having a guy like KD, who can, finish it, sit out for a little bit. That's the same thing, with the Lakers and Kobe. It, Jerry West would have gotten Kobe's. He would have gotten Kobe the help that he needed. He would have made that stuff happen, man.
That's what he did. He got Kobe help towards the end of his career.
And then he left, and then guess what? It went downhill. It went downhill. So just getting back to the point, man. I hate it when these guys uh they use these guys as cash cow, and that's exactly what Golden State did. Because a lot of people they always talk about, oh well, if it wasn't for Steph Curry, uh, they wouldn't be doing this or they wouldn't be doing that if it wasn't for Steph and Clay. You got to remember there was some times when both Clay and Steph were playing a little subpar, and guess who came through? Especially in a few series, it was Kevin Durant. He was the one hitting the mid range. He was the one playing defense. He was the one that was doing the things necessary. Uh, a combination with him and Draymond to a certain extent. So we can't act like Kevin Durant was just some guy that just joined and that or yeah, we know it was a well-oiled machine. You talking about one of the greatest scorers of all time.
And plus, before he went to Golden State, Kevin Durant was going to go to
One
the
of the greatest
Lakers.
scorers of all time. Yeah.
Kevin Durant was going to go to the Lakers before he went to Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Kevin Durant on the Lakers at that time, and with all those draft picks they had, you would have been.
Yeah, that would have been.
Next thing you know, you would have had LeBron James probably join up with
That would
the
have been,
Lakers.
man. That would have been, Lou. That would have been. I don't even want to imagine that, because I think they were trying to get They would have had DeMarcus Cousins during that time too, huh? Because I think DeMarcus was trying to come at the same time,
I
if I'm
believe
not
so.
mistaken.
You would have had Kevin Durant. You would have had Kevin Durant and those young draft, those young cats. I think they got in draft too.
Right.
And I'm wondering if LeBron James still becoming a Laker in the later on.
I bet. I don't know.
Cause LeBron James
To
recruited
me,
Kevin
me
Durant.
personally, Lou, Lou, when he made a video. I can't remember what video it was, but he made a video and I commented on it. And I said, man, the NBA don't have no parity no more. There's no uncertainty of what's going to take place. There's all this. Oh yeah, well this is we already know what's going to happen and stuff like that. There is absolutely no parity. There's no competition. Nobody wants to compete. If I'm if I'm Brook if I'm Adam Silver, I'm gonna tell you what I would do. And this is where everybody disagrees with me though, Lou. Okay, and I've said this before. I think that they should make the NBA in the playoff season. You're already talking about uh, what's it called, shortening the season and stuff like that, right? Make the NBA playoffs tournament style, like one and done. I guarantee you, Lou, the ratings are going to go up. The people will be engaged, and there will be a lot more competition in there. Because let's say, for instance, they do. The Brooklyn Nets was to meet up with a team like the Hawks or something like that. Well, guess what? You only got one chance to win, and if it's the Hawks' day, it's the Hawks' day. You go home. That will bring so much excitement to the game. It would not be funny, man, because people will be more engaged. Oh, snap! The Hawks, can they take down the Brooklyn Nets? It would be you understand what I'm saying? But now it's like, oh yeah, well we already know they're gonna stick such and such into the finals. Oh yeah, well we already know that such and such gonna lose, so we might. Man, I don't. Lou. Back then it was like, man, anybody had a shot. The Celtics, the Sixers, the Houston Rockets one year, the Detroit Pistons, except for the '90s when the Bulls would play. But even in the '80s or whatever, you was like, oh, will Michael do this or will Michael do that? You know what I'm saying? It was a whole bunch of teams. The Lakers. Everybody. You didn't know who was gonna win it.
Maybe when they start adding teams in Europe, they may do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cause they thought about expanding teams to every state in Europe.
Hmm. But yeah, Lou, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm sorry to cut it short, man. It was great talking to you, brother, man. I know. Thank you for having me on the panel, man, and for those of y'all that's listening, be sure to subscribe to both of my channels at Polo Sports News Plus and Polo Sports Talk and ENT. And thank you, Lou, for having me on, man. And you have a blessed one, brother. All right.
All right, Polo.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Keep grinding, brother.
Well, I'm about to end the show myself. Subscribe to my page, Louthewritersports. Hit that like button. Thankful for coming to my show. I'll probably do this again tomorrow. All right, everybody, peace out.